Black folks have a healthy distrust for the medical science community in America. And can you blame them? Science was used to justify slavery, lynching, and the creation of a Jim Crow state, basically to support the lie of white supremacy. The examples are many. For 40 years, scientists used hundreds of black men in Alabama as test subjects to study the effects of syphilis. There's also the case of Henrietta Lacks, a black woman whose cells were used without consent by Johns Hopkins Hospital to make medical discoveries. So you'd have to forgive black Americans for giving a side eye to the idea that medical science is now a potential solution to existing trauma stemming from poverty, joblessness, and exposure to violence. But that's exactly the case in Baltimore, where two different scientific approaches are being utilized to save black lives.
People in this city are highly traumatized. It's a city of trauma, man, right now. It really is. This is where it starts, right here.
What area of Baltimore is this?
Sandtown, Winchester, this is the Gilmore Homes Projects. Home of Freddie Gray. You see a lot of different murals and stuff dedicated to him throughout this neighborhood.
James Timpson and Kurt Palermo work for Roca, a long-running nonprofit organization and recent community partner of the African Ancestry Neuroscience Research Initiative.
How many times you get shot? 20?
23 times.
23 times.
How many dudes you know that got shot 23 times that's living to tell about it?
No one.
The thing is, it ain't about us, it's about you. We want you to do something different because we know you can.
Roca is a health organization that teaches cognitive behavioral skills to young men in their late teens and early 20s who are dealing with trauma but have limited resources to get therapy.
I take care of myself off the block. You be like,
yeah, but yo, you know there ain't no longevity to that.
When a young brother comes to you, how do you all get him to understand like it's trauma and this brain activity, all of these things are coming together to make him behave the way that he's behaving?
We have these CBT cards that we use, so we could sit with a young person on a stoop just like we are and say, you just saw your buddy get shot. That's the situation. So, what were you feeling? What were you thinking? And what did you do? It works with anything, right? And we have these skills that we might go through, something like labeling your feelings. I mean, a lot of these guys will tell you they're pissed off or they're angry, but, are you pissed off or angry because you're embarrassed or you felt like someone disrespected you?
Let me stop there because what he said was label your feelings.
Label your feelings, yeah.
In our community, how many brothers you know are comfortable with labeling their feelings?
Well, it's funny when y'all said label your feelings, I'm like, I know these brothers are like, man, that's some old soft shit.
It's about that transformational relationship that gives them a safety net to feel comfortable being vulnerable. We got to teach young men that vulnerability is not a weakness.
What do you say to the folks watching this and say, white man didn't put the gun in your hand to shoot another black man? White man didn't put the cigarettes in your lungs? Don't blame it on racism. Why you want to blame everything on racism?
I would say come to Baltimore for a week, ride around and meet some of our young people, and then tell me that it's their fault. And then tell me that they have control of their situation. I don't know that there's a lot of other cities, maybe a few, that look like some of the neighborhoods in Baltimore City where you can look and there's 15 or 20, right across from us right now, there's probably 10 vacant homes. And people live next to those vacant homes. Drive 10 minutes that way, it's not like that. Right? And that shows you that there's structural, very historic racism happening in this city, and it's been happening for a very long time. It's not the past 5 years since Freddie Gray, it's the past 50 years.
My last 2 years have been tragic. I've been locked up twice. Within the second year, I had got shot 12 times. So I took a lot of ups and downs in these last 2 years.
Sherman is one of Roca's success stories. Before he entered the Roca program, he was unemployed and in and out of the system. He now works full-time at an ice cream shop and still has Roca as a support system. How many brothers in Baltimore need what you're getting right now?
If I had to put a percent on it, 80% of people here need that.
What are they going through?
Everybody that's going through a stage right now with their self. Took me to get shot 12 times to realize that life isn't really important. I lost everything.